welcome to Homegrown in the Kitchen. Today we're gonna make banana nut muffins. Let's get started. Here's a hack in case you don't have any bananas in your grocery store that are really ripe. If you get them home and they're too yellow and not quite right for muffins, just put them in a brown paper bag with an apple. The gases from both the apple and the banana help to ripen the banana. And then you can just set your apple aside and you can eat it later. So here I have 2 ripe bananas. We want them ripe because when you see the blackness on the banana, it actually means it's getting sweeter for you. And this is our only sweetener in these muffins. We want to use a natural sweetener like these bananas. So we have 2 ripe bananas. You want to peel them and then you want to mash them. Mash your bananas with the back of a fork. You don't have to get any fancy equipment out or a masher or anything like that. Just use a fork. You want to mash your bananas until they really come together and are kind of sticky. That means that all of the sugars are getting released and you're going to really spread the sweetness throughout your entire muffins. So set your 2 mashed bananas aside and then we're going to work on some of our dry ingredients. We need 1 cup of old-fashioned oats. So you want to make sure that the old-fashioned and not the quick cooking kind. So just be sure you read your label. 2 teaspoons baking powder. 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon cinnamon. The cinnamon's really gonna brighten these muffins up and make them feel really homey. And then a ½ teaspoon of salt. And we do need salt in our baking, just a little bit, just helps to bring all the flavors out and be a little bit more pungent. So we have our dry here. Set that aside and then bring back your bananas. We're gonna add 2 eggs. And just whip those around a little bit just so they incorporate into the bananas. And then 1½ cups of diced apple. You can use any apple you like, Granny Smith or Honeycrisp, whatever you have on hand. 1½ is about the size of a medium to large apple. And then 1 cup of walnuts. If you don't like nuts or want to avoid nuts, you certainly can leave these out. You could add raisins instead, even some chocolate chips for a fun surprise. So stir that all around to combine. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. And stir that until everything comes together. Perfect, so you can see all of our mixture has come together. So we're just gonna set that aside and prep our muffin tin. So for your muffin tin, we do want to line it with little paper liners, but I have a little hack for you. Have you ever had a muffin or a cupcake that on the bottom was really wet or kind of moist? That's because too much moisture was trapped between the paper and the tin. And one way you could avoid that is by adding just a few grains of rice. Regular rice, just right to the tin. And then you want to put your paper liner on top of that. The rice helps to soak up any extra moisture that might be in the mixture. So I've already prepped my other ones with the rice and then a paper tin. And now you just want to spray each paper tin with a little bit of cooking spray just to help the muffins release from the tin. Great, so we have our muffin tin prepped, our batter prepped, so we're just going to scoop them into the muffin tin. This recipe makes 12 muffins. So this muffin mix makes 12 muffins. You could use an ice cream scoop like I'm using or a large spoon. Just evenly distribute the mixture throughout the 12 muffin tins. This will cook at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. So our muffins cooked at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and we actually want to take them out now. We want that rice to do what it was supposed to do, capture some of that moisture on the bottom of our muffins. So you can take 2 spoons or some tongs, and I'll show you that the bottom is not wet or too moist. The rice really helps to soak up some of that extra moisture. So take them out of the muffin tin and let them cool completely. Once your muffins have cooled, you can store them in an airtight container for 3 to 4 days on the counter, or if you want to prep these out and use them later, wait till they're cool and then use a plastic wrap, a little piece of that, and you want to actually individually wrap each muffin. This keeps them really sealed, and place them into a large reusable plastic bag, and they will store in the freezer for up to 3 months. When you're ready to eat them, you can just take them out, put them in the fridge overnight, or unwrap them and put them in the microwave for just a few seconds.